Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Faris Allafi. I'm 12 years old and based in the UAE, and I've been passionate about AI and technology for as long as I can remember. I enjoy exploring large language models, figuring out how they work, and pushing their limits to solve real-world problems. Living in the UAE, I'm inspired by the innovation and technological advancements around me. When I'm not working on AI projects, I love experimenting with hardware like the Raspberry Pi and exploring creative ideas, like using AI to help people interact with technology in new ways. I also enjoy learning about different fields of science, tinkering with new tools, and sharing what I've learned with others. So today, I'm excited to share how I was able to fine-tune an open source model to replicate human-like reasoning, similar to chain of thought reasoning. Let's dive in. So the idea for this project came from Alibaba's Quen team and their model, Quen with Questions, 32b. What impressed me most about QWQ was its human-like reasoning. I was really surprised that it's able to answer question, double check for its mistakes, and then work step by step to refine its responses and fix them. And this also reminds me of OpenAI 01, which was also one of the inspirations for this project. I wanted to replicate this reasoning process, but on a smaller, more efficient model that could run on lower power devices, like a smartphone. So I set out to fine-tune a compact model to mimic Quen with Questions abilities. So I had to choose a small SLM. There are many available, including Llama, Falcon, and many others. But I selected FalconMind3b Instruct, trained by TII, because it has some balance between size and performance. It's also just a really good model in general. Creating the dataset. So after searching for quite a while, I couldn't find any publicly available datasets for this task. So I got creative and created my own dataset using QWQ to model its way of thinking. So first I compiled lots of diverse questions across domains like logic, math, medical, and coding. Then I used Hugging Face's API to generate responses from QWQ. After that, I paired the questions with these responses to generate a custom dataset, ready for fine-tuning. Yeah, and here I also have an example of this dataset. You can pause the video here. Now, after I was able to get this custom dataset, I needed to fine-tune it. So for fine-tuning, I used Hugging Face's auto-train with LoRA fine-tuning on an NVIDIA P100 powered notebook. Now, let me explain how LoRA fine-tuning works for a second. So, LoRA stands for low rank adaptation. Now, to explain why this is better, I first need to explain how traditional fine-tuning works. So in a traditional LLM, you have, an LLM is basically a mathematical function. And this mathematical function is trained on its training data. Now the training data is represented in weights. These weights are basically the mathematical representation of this training data. So in traditional fine-tuning, you have some data that you want to fine-tune your model on, right? So this is the model and this is your data. Now we want to fine-tune this model. So what do? We take this data and we edit every single one of the weights in the model to align with this data, or we edit every single one of the weights according to this data. Now there are two major problems with this. The first problem is something called catastrophic forgetting. Catastrophic forgetting means that you're basically overwriting the original model's weights, and that could be an issue. The second problem is resource efficiency. Because you're editing every single one of the weights, that can be very resource inefficient. Now, how does LoRA fix this? Well, LoRA, instead of editing every single weight, it only edits the output layers, or it adds an additional layer, like you see here. This additional layer is called a low-rank projection layer. Now, this low-rank projection layer works with the pre-trained weights to give a different output. See, this is number one. So catastrophic forgetting goes down to 0% probability. Why is catastrophic forgetting not going to happen? It's because, see this? The LoRA low-rank projection layer, it's not connected to the pre-trained weights. They're different. So we don't edit any of the original pre-trained weights. We add some new weights. So it doesn't make it possible for catastrophic forgetting to happen. Also, resource efficiency, LoRA is much more efficient because you're not changing every single value in the model. You're not changing every single weight. You're only changing a small amount of weights, or you're adding a small amount of extra weights. That's why it's also much more resource efficient. So so the model took around an hour of fine-tuning on auto-train, and after that, my model, FalconMind3b, was ready. Now, thanks for watching this video, and I want to talk about some of my future video ideas. These include CANs, Kolmogorov-Arnold networks, and Kolmogorov-Arnold networks are basically it's not the same as transformers. It's a different architecture for LLMs, or it's a different architecture for AI models, and it has shown significant improvement over transformers. So that should be one of my future videos. Another idea would be LCMs. Now, LCMs are large context models. Large context models, they don't think in tokens or words, they think in sentences or context. So why this could be better, or why this has potential to be better, is because LCMs, large context models, they work in context. So it's not token by token, it's context by context. So it understands one block of context and it goes on to the next. Now, this has potential for being better, so hopefully that will be one of my future videos. And I just want to say a quick note that I really take great pride in the progress that the UAE has achieved across the various fields, from technology and infrastructure to culture and sustainability. It's really inspiring to witness these advancements, and I'm really genuinely curious to see how the nation will continue to innovate and grow in the coming years. So thank you for watching my video, and see you in the next one.